Hello, my dear students. My name is Himal Handu. Today, I shall be with you for Class 11 English Core from the NCERT textbook Snapshots. This is part 2 of chapter 3 of Ranga's Marriage by Masti Venkatesha Iyengar. Let me begin today's session by recapitulating what we learned in our previous session, part 1. In part 1, we learned about the author himself. We also learned about the theme of the story and then went on to discuss the main characters of the story. And then we finished with the story in brief. So let's begin today's session. I hope you managed to read the lesson yesterday so that you're ready for today. Today we shall discuss the following. Firstly, Ranga's return to his village Hosahalli. Secondly, the narrator's advice to Ranga. Third, match fixing of Ranga. Fourth one, the scheming astrologer. And finally, the last one, all's well that ends well. So let's begin with the first one, that is Ranga's return to Hosahalli, his village. So it all started when the village got its first English speaker, the leading male of the story, Rangappa, or just Ranga as he was called. His father was a village accountant who very fondly sent him to study in Bangalore. On his return, the entire village turned up at his house to see how the city had transformed one of their own. And this is a very common sight in most of our villages in India. To everyone's surprise, not much had altered. Ranga was still the same person, with the same appearance, the same kind of clothes, his manners and etiquettes. They were all highlighted by his sacred thread, which is worn by a Brahmin, the Janivara, and is a sign of probity of his caste. Although many people were disappointed by the fact that there was no change, they wanted to see a change in him. But Shyama admired Ranga's determination to stick to his customs. Now we'll discuss about the narrator's advice to Ranga. Ranga often visited Shyama's place, the narrator's place, and Shyama is always delighted to have a chat with him. So much so that Shyama encourages him to get married and start a happy married life. But we know Ranga. He is not sure about marrying at such a young age. He has his own views about it. He does not want to marry a young woman who does not understand his words or is not mature enough to make, intelligent decisions. So he wants to marry somebody he admires, somebody who gives him room to develop admiration for her. So Shyama feels appalled that such a mild-mannered and courteous boy should remain untouched by the beauty and happiness of a kind of a marriage, a relationship. So he decides to find Ranga a wife. He takes it upon himself to do it. Shyama soon finds the right girl for Ranga. Her name is Ratna, and she is Ramarao's relative. Ramarao was a friend of Shama. He had seen Ratna in his friend's house. Ratna is a young, well-behaved and beautiful girl of only 11. But he is always in awe of her talent because she can play the harmonium and she sings very well. She was brought up in a big city but now lives with her uncle after the death of her parents. So instinctively he thinks she will be perfect for Ranga because she is a bit of a traditionalist but also from Bangalore, from a city area, and a little bit of modernity added. And this combination he thought would suit Ranga very much. Now we shall go to the next point, which I titled Match Fixing. Match fixing in the context of the lesson would be fixing the match of Ranga. So Shama now hatches a plot to introduce Ratna and Ranga to each other. He wants to fix a match between the two. He talks to Ramarao's wife and incites her to let Ratna come to his house. It is Friday and Ratna is happy to visit Shama. Little does she know what awaits her. When she arrives, Shama pleads her to sing for him. She obliges because a senior person, an elderly person, is requesting it. Little does she know that somebody else would be listening to her singing. Meanwhile, Shama calls for Ranga to visit him as well. When he reaches the threshold of the house, he is enchanted by the melodious voice and singing of Ratna. He is intrigued and peeps inside to find out who the singer is. As soon as Ranga's body breaks the light coming through the door, Ratna gets scared, spooked up, and reaches out of the house. She feels shy, and Ranga also starts feeling shy and coy, but can't take his eyes off Ratna. This makes Ratna a little uncomfortable and nervous, and she dashes into the other room. So Ranga is truly smitten and inquires about the girl. Shama is delighted in Ranga's anxiety and knows that he has developed a strong liking for her. And as a result, he tells him that the girl is already married. Ranga becomes crestfallen, heartbroken. All his desires for Ratna comes crashing down. However, his disappointment reassures Shama that Ratna is the perfect match for Ranga. Now we go to the next part, wherein I'll talk to you about the scheming astrologer. So we have Shama, who schemes with a Shastri, an astrologer. He dictates to him what to say in order to make Ranga realize his hidden love for Ratna. So he visits the dejected young man and, seeing his dispirited look, enquires about his situation. Shama advises him to visit a doctor, but Ranga says that he's feeling fine. He then asks Ranga to accompany him to an astrologer. Scheming Shama. Now everything goes as per the script. The astrologer sticks to the script prepared by Shama and tells Ranga that the cause of all his worries is a woman. He predicts that Ranga will eventually marry a woman whose name refers to a thing found in oceans like a pearl, indicating the word Ratna. He also wishes for their marriage to be happy and successful. Yes, students, I shall end at this time and continue the next part in the next session, that is part 3, wherein we will discuss all's well that ends well and discuss a few difficult words as well. Thank you and have a good day.